Now here is a practical technique. The first thing you do, you must know exactly what you want in this world. When you know exactly what you want, make as life...
Welcome back, everyone, to another golden nugget. If you are facing any trouble related to manifesting, if you are familiar with the law of attraction, and nothing seems to be working for you, then this video is definitely for you. In this video, I will tell you a practical approach of manifesting your desires. You will hear some audio clips from Neville Goddard in his own voice that will help you understand the approach with ease. I know some of you already know about him. It will definitely help you overcome your old programming of the subconscious mind and manifest your desires effortlessly. Imagination, as per Neville Goddard, is one such creative tool that shapes our lives. Every mystic that you come across talks about the power of imagination. I have heard Sadhguru, Alan Watts, William Blake, and many more talk about imagination. But how can it be useful when manifesting? Well, imagination is the bridge that connects the inner world with the external world. It allows you to visualize something that does not yet exist in your external reality, and that too in great detail. When you start visualizing something, your mind starts adding details to that scenario, and once your mind is filled with the idea of already having it, it manifests in your external reality. In my experience, manifesting means convincing yourself that you can have something. When you convince yourself of the possibility of having it, it materializes in external reality, and things start working in your favor. Neville advocates imagination because you can feel the feeling of having it right now and here. By imagining how it would feel to have what you want, you can even cultivate the positive emotions associated with achieving it. Although the feeling of having a wish fulfilled is not based on emotions. Also, by imagining, you reprogram your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is what people refer to as God or the universe. When you reprogram it, you change your beliefs and assumptions, and persistent assumptions harden into facts. You can literally remove the limiting beliefs and create a new belief system. Neville believed that it was a very powerful tool for transformation and manifestation. If we can imagine ourselves having our desires, we can bring them into existence. You are already shaping the external world through your thoughts and beliefs. Now let us hear Neville's opinion in his own voice about how to use your imagination to manifest your desires.
I want to show you today how to put your wonderful imagination right into the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and let it remain there and fall asleep in that state. And I promise you from my own experience, you will realize the state in which you sleep if you could actually feel yourself right into the situation of your fulfilled desire and continue therein until you fall asleep. As you feel yourself right into it, remain in it until you give it all the tones of reality, until you give it all the sensory vividness of reality. As you do it, in that state, quietly fall into sleep. And in a way you will never know, you could never consciously devise the means that will be employed, you will find yourself moving across a series of events leading you towards the objective realization of this state.
See how easy it is. You are always falling asleep with some feeling. Get aware of the state you are falling into. It is because it reprograms your subconscious mind. It changes the way you think, feel, and act because manifestation is about your beliefs and assumptions. If you believe that life is hard and you cannot have anything you want, life is dull, and you will remain this way for the rest of your life. Then you are wearing the glasses that is showing you the world in that way. You won't recognize any opportunity, even if it is in front of your eyes. Your actions won't be appropriate in that moment, as your actions are largely determined by the way you feel. Unless you change this feeling, your actions won't be effortless, and they will always feel tiring. Anyway, the way your subconscious mind is programmed is the way you experience this world. It's as simple as that. If you want to experience something different, let's say you want to manifest a lavish lifestyle, then you have to change the way you feel about yourself. This is done by imagining yourself already living the lifestyle. This is about questioning the limiting beliefs to the point that they are ready to be changed. This is about turning your back on your present beliefs and upgrading them with the new ones. You can do it by relaxing yourself, and when you are relaxed, you have to close your eyes and imagine yourself already having what you want. Neville says to imagine a visual scenario that would happen once you have achieved what you want. According to him, the visual scene should be short, in the first-person point of view, and include your senses. Suppose you want a proposal from a specific person. You can imagine yourself getting a ring from them. You can imagine wearing that ring on your imaginary finger and feeling it. Also, you can imagine holding a rose, touching it, smelling it, and feeling it. This way, you add details to your visual scenes. You are a creative person. You can create scenarios as per your desires. Some people imagine through sounds, so they can hear their friends congratulating them. They can use affirmations. Now, let us hear Neville again, where he teaches us the practical way to manifest our desires.
The first thing you do, you must know exactly what you want in this world. When you know exactly what you want, make as lifelike a representation as possible of what you would see and what you would touch and what you would do and physically moving in such a state. For example, suppose I wanted a home, but I had no money, but I still know what I want. I, without taking anything into consideration, I would make as lifelike a representation of the home that I would like, with all the things in it that I would want. And then, this night, as I would go to bed, I would, in a drowsy, sleepy state, the state that borders upon sleep, I would imagine that I am actually in such a house, that were I to step off the bed, I would step upon the floor of that house. Were I to leave this room, I would enter the room that is adjacent to my imagined room in that house. And while I am touching the furniture and feeling it to be solidly real, and while I am moving from one room to the other in my imaginary house, I would go sound asleep in that state. And I know that in a way I could not consciously devise, I would realize my house. I have seen it work time and time again.
Wonderful, isn't it? You have to be clear about what you want and then fall asleep imagining yourself already experiencing it. Your desire is a mere possibility when you think of it, but it becomes real when you think from it. There is a huge difference between thinking about something and thinking from it. Thinking of something is just desiring it, while thinking from it is about having the state of the wish fulfilled. Now, let us hear a story about a girl who imagined a very specific scenario, and the way it unfolded in her life was unknown.
It's the story of a young girl, just turned 17. It was Christmas Eve, and she is sad of heart. For that year, she had lost her father in an accident, and she's returning home to what seemed to be an empty house. She was untrained to do anything, so got herself a job as a waitress. This night is quite late, Christmas Eve. It's raining. The car is full of laughing boys and girls home for their Christmas vacation. And she couldn't conceal the tears. Luckily for her, as I said, it was raining. So she stuck her face into the heavens to mingle her tears with the rain. And then, holding the rail of the streetcar, this is what she did. She said, "This is not rain, but this is spray from the ocean. And this is not the salt of tears that I taste, but this is the salt of the sea in the wind. And this is not San Diego. This is a ship, and I'm coming into the Bay of Samoa." And there she felt the reality of all that she had imagined. Then came the end of the journey, and all are out. 10 days later, this girl received a letter from a firm in Chicago, saying that her aunt, several years before, when she sailed for Europe, deposited with them $3,000. With instructions that if she did not return to America, this money should be paid to her niece. They had just received information of the aunt's death and were now acting upon her instructions. 1 month later, this girl sailed for Samoa. As she came into the bay, it was late that night, and there was salt of the sea in the wind. It wasn't raining, but there was spray in the air. And she actually felt what she felt 1 month before, only this time she had realized her objective.
Can you notice that she received what she wanted quickly? All because she felt herself in the very moment of having her desire. People will say it is a coincidence, but she manifested it through her conscious use of imagination. If she can do it, you too can do it. You can have it too. You just have to go to the end of having it. You don't have to imagine the means of achieving it. You only have to imagine achieving it or having it. You don't have to be concerned with the how, which is the job of the subconscious mind, God, higher power, or universe, whatever you like to call it. I think this video today has cleared a lot of doubts for you and shown you the practical approach to manifesting things. I hope you put this to good and positive use and manifest a healthy, prosperous life for yourself and the people around you. Subscribe to watch more such videos. I will meet you with another golden nugget. Happy manifesting.